Buckingham Palace. It's big and grand, standing tall in London town. Do you know who lives there? It's the king, of course. He has a crown and everything. His palace is full of secrets and stories. Let's peek inside. Imagine walking through those giant doors. What would you see? Maybe a room full of chocolate cake, or a swimming pool for royal penguins. Well, maybe not those things exactly, but Buckingham Palace is full of surprises. Buckingham Palace wasn't always a palace, you know. It has a fascinating history that dates back several centuries. It started as a big house called Buckingham House. Can you imagine that? Just a large, elegant home in the heart of London. Over time, it grew bigger and bigger. Each generation added their own touch, expanding its size and grandeur. Kings and queens added new parts. They wanted to make it more magnificent, a true symbol of royal power and prestige. They built grand rooms for parties and balls. Imagine the grand celebrations with music, dancing, and lavish feasts. Today, Buckingham Palace is the king's special home in London. It's not just a residence, it's a working palace. He works there and meets important people from all over the world. Diplomats, leaders, and celebrities all visit the palace. He even has his own post office. It's like a small city within the palace walls, with everything he needs. Wouldn't it be fun to get a letter from the king? Imagine opening your mailbox and finding a royal envelope addressed to you. The palace also has beautiful gardens where the king hosts garden parties. These gardens are a peaceful retreat in the bustling city. And let's not forget the iconic guards. The changing of the guard ceremony is a must-see for visitors. At night, Buckingham Palace is beautifully illuminated, standing as a beacon of history and tradition in the heart of London. Have you ever seen a real-life soldier? At Buckingham Palace, you can see lots of them. They are called the King's Guards. They wear red coats and tall, furry hats. Every day, they have a special ceremony called the changing of the guard. The guards march in straight lines, playing music with their instruments. They are very serious about their job, protecting the king. It's a sight you'll never forget, all that marching and music. Did you know that Buckingham Palace has 775 rooms? Yes, you heard that right. 775. That's more rooms than you can count on your fingers and toes. Imagine trying to find your way around such a massive place. There are bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, and even a cinema. Each room is uniquely decorated, making every corner of the palace a new adventure. Can you imagine living in a palace with its own cinema? You could watch movies anytime you want with the best seats in the house. The palace also has a beautiful garden. It's not just any garden. It's a sprawling oasis filled with vibrant flowers and lush greenery. It's like a secret park right in the middle of London. And guess what? This garden is so big you could play hide and seek for hours and still not find everyone. The king even has his own flock of flamingos in the garden. How cool is that? These elegant birds add a touch of exotic beauty to the already stunning garden. Imagine walking through the garden and seeing flamingos strutting around. It's like a scene from a fairy tale. What's it like to live like a king? Imagine waking up in a grand palace, surrounded by opulence and history. King reads the newspaper to stay informed about the world, and then heads to her royal office to tackle the day's work. Throughout the day, he meets with advisors and dignitaries, making crucial decisions that impact the nation. Being a king is hard work. It's not just about wearing a crown, it involves dedication and responsibility. In the afternoon, the king might take a leisurely walk in the palace gardens, enjoying the beauty of nature and the company of his dogs. Often, he attends charity events, showing his support for various causes and meeting with the public. In the evening, he might host a fancy dinner party, entertaining guests with exquisite cuisine and lively conversation. Or he might relax by watching a movie in his very own private cinema, a perfect end to a busy day. Living like royalty is a blend of duty, tradition, and a touch of luxury, making every day unique and special. So if you ever visit London, make sure to stop by Buckingham Palace. You might spot a guardsman marching by, or maybe even catch a glimpse of the king herself. It's a magical place full of history and wonder. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be invited to tea with the king. Just don't forget to pack your best manners and your biggest smile. It's sure to be an adventure you'll never forget.